Now, let me go ahead and get into this real quick here. Now, I know I just made a video talking about the new Trump, supposedly, I'm putting that in quotes, new Trump child support tax law. You know, if you haven't heard about it, I'm pretty sure you have. Well, the person who's paying the child support get to claim the kids on the taxes. Let me start by saying this. I was raised by a single mother. But my mom wasn't a single mother by choice or nothing crazy, I guess you could say. She was a single mother, like I told y'all plenty of time before, because my dad passed away when I was 6 years old. He died of cancer. And yes, they were married, and yes, in the same household, doing the normal family stuff. But when my dad passed when I was 6, he died of cancer. My mom put on her big girl panties and took care of the household, took care of her kids. I don't remember ever being on government assistance. I don't remember ever my mom doing anything crazy, saying, to make some money to take care of her kids. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't never remember guys coming in and out the house, none of that. She made it happen. Now, I'm pretty sure she had a boyfriend. Come on now, I'm pretty sure she did. But just to have a whole bunch of men coming in and out the house, being on government assistance, all that stuff, nope. My mom made it happen. And that was a time where life was a lot harder than what it is these days. These days, it's easier, way easier than what it was when I was growing up. But be that as it may, I'm getting off topic. I want to talk about this video that it was sent to me. Because, see, y'all women are mad at Trump for putting this law into place. But y'all fail to get upset at people who take advantage of things that will indeed later on make it harder for the ones who are not taking advantage of the system. Prime example, let's go ahead and get into what I'm talking about. Now, let me go ahead and get into this. Y'all looking at the caption of this video. Child support update, they took away my $3,700 and judge said I was lucky that they aren't making me pay it back. Just to give you a little bit of insight before we get into the story, she was spending that $3,700 on herself. And she admits it out of her own mouth. Don't get mad at me. She said it. Like that old saying goes, don't shoot the messenger. She said it. Now, I'm going to say this here. I'm going to use this analogy, and I want y'all to follow me on this. Just because someone says it's okay for you to do something does not always mean you should do it. What I mean? Okay, there are certain states where they legalize marijuana. Does that mean you should partake in it just because it's legal in certain states? No. That doesn't mean anything. Just because you grew up in a household full of alcoholics does not mean you should go pick up that bottle and say, well, I grew up around this. No. Let's go ahead and get into it because y'all finna see what I'm talking about.
Child support court update. So I had court again today because a new judge was assigned to the case. If you don't know, I get $3,700 of child support every month, and I use it on myself. I don't use it on my kids.
Bingo. See, she said it herself. So get mad at her. Don't get mad at the messenger. Now, you finna get into why I used that analogy a little bit earlier ago. Just listen.
The old judge that was assigned to our case was okay with me spending, the child support on myself because he clearly said it was just reimbursement for what I have been spending on my children.
Now, I'm not saying that ain't true, but even if a judge did say that, when do common sense kick in and say, nah, I better spend this money on my kids just in case? Nah, I think I better do X, Y, and Z just to protect myself, just to be on the safe side. Nah, I better not do that because I don't know. I think I might end up, in a whole lot of trouble. Just like doctors like to tell women it's okay for you to have a glass of wine when you're pregnant, does not mean you should always have a glass of wine just because a doctor said it. You now have to take use common sense, just in case something happens that the doctor didn't see or probably can't tell right now. Let me not put my child in certain situations. You know what I mean? Let me not do this because X, Y, and Z might happen. But she can't do that. But let's go ahead and continue.
But the judge today was not having none of that shit, and she completely took me off of child support. Meaning I'm now getting $0 for my 7 kids.
And you should have thought about that. Like y'all women love to tell us men, you should have thought about that. Well, you should have thought about that. Like I just said, just because someone tells you it's okay doesn't always mean it is okay. We're adults here. When do common sense kick in? When do, reality start to come into play? Just because one judge says okay does not mean that it's okay. And I've done plenty of videos on here where women take their child support money and go spend it on themselves or other people and not even touch it for them kids. Just like what this woman just said. But let's go ahead and continue.
I guess it's true when they say don't post everything on social media. I'm honestly in disbelief. I don't even know what to say anymore.
Alrighty, that's the end of that video, and that is true. Don't be putting your business out there to the world. Y'all women love to do that. I never understood why that is. And then get mad if someone has something to say, get mad when there's consequences for your actions, all of that. Don't post your business to the world. I've never understood that. That's why I thank God, again, every time I see y'all women doing crazy nonsense, I thank God for the woman that I have. My woman's not on social media like that. Yeah, she might watch some YouTube videos, yeah, of course, but she's not on social media. She don't put her business out there to the world. She keep it between us. She talk to me about whatever's going on. She don't go talk to complete strangers who don't give a rat-fat's ass about her or me or my child. Who would probably tell her to leave me just because they're single and they want other women to be single and miserable like them. Even though I can be the richest man on earth, just bought her a jet, just bought her a star that's in the sky, just bought her an unclaimed piece of land somewhere on this planet, and they'll say, well, he didn't buy you another planet, so no, leave it. He could have bought you 2 stars instead of 1. He could have bought you that the moon. You see what I'm saying? So nah. That's why I'm glad God blessed me with the woman that I have. Every time I see y'all women doing some crazy nonsense, I said, thank you, Lord Jesus, for blessing me with the woman I have. Now back to this lady right here. Sorry, I got off topic. But back to this lady. The craziness is you actually listen to the foolishness that one judge told you. And just because that judge said something, I'm going to do it. The judge said it's okay. But when are you going to have common sense? First of all, 7 kids. Come on now. Second, even if a judge did tell you that, and once again, I'm not saying the judge didn't, why would you do it? Third, that man must have took your ass back to court and didn't like what was going on. 3,700, that man or men, I don't know. She probably have all her kids with one guy, probably. But these days, that's not likely. Not these days. But anyway, yeah, the man probably was upset and like, wait a minute. Where's all this money going that I'm sending you? And you're sitting here talking about, well, the previous judge said I could spend it on myself. They reimbursed me for me. Oh, the hell that ain't. It's called child support. It's not called mother of my kids support. And then y'all women are upset at Donald Trump. Supposedly, allegedly, possibly, let me phrase it like that, coming up with this new law. But when y'all women need to be upset at women like her, yeah, y'all need to be upset at women like her because women like her is making it worse for other women. Think about it. If women like her was not doing crap like that, then Trump would probably, supposedly, possibly, allegedly, when they came up with this new law. Think about it. It's like the old folks say, it only takes one person to mess it up for everybody.
Child support court update. So I had court again today because a new judge was assigned to the case. If you don't know, I get $3,700 of child support every month, and I use it on myself. I don't use it on my kids. The old judge that was assigned to our case was okay with me spending, the child support on myself because he clearly said it was just reimbursement for what I have been spending on my children. But the judge today was not having none of that shit, and she completely took me off of child support, meaning I'm now getting $0 for my 7 kids. I guess it's true when they say don't post everything on social media. I'm honestly in disbelief. I don't even know what to say anymore.